Filming is not complete without my rickety office chair that I got for free at a garage sale because I forgot my cash and the lady ran after me when I said no thank you for $10 and she was like, you could take it for free. And I said sold.
We hit 1,000 subscribers, we hit 1,000 subscribers, we hit 1,000 subscribers, and nobody can deny.
Thank you so much, visionaries, for helping me hit this milestone that means seriously so much to me. 1,000 subscribers. Who would have thunk that 1,000 of you care about what this chick has to say? If you're new here, please give me a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little gray bell to be notified the moment I upload another video every Wednesday on all things ADHD, mental well-being, and personal development. It is a great day to talk about social skills. Not all of us have them, including this girl. I have some. You know, gotta give credit where credit is due. Those of us with ADHD have a decreased ability to interact with our peers and or authority figures within our lives because we just don't know how to self-regulate our actions and to like rein it in. I know that I can vouch for that I'm really awkward and weird and don't know how to behave sometimes. But these cause our relationships to be overly tense or just plain out fragile. These social skills cause problems in all walks of your life, including your family, your friends, your coworkers, teachers, bosses, anybody in your life. If it does or doesn't know you have ADHD, it's going to cause problems. When I am in my right state of mind and when I am calm and my inner zen is just, I can be pretty normal, I'd say. I mean, consider the source. So I'm going to jump into exciting social skills that us ADHDers do that make social interactions awkward as all get out. Let me explain my social skills for you real quick. Starting off, number one is difficulty paying attention when being spoken to. It's especially awkward when it's in a one-on-one conversation and it's just two people talking and you can't focus for the life of you. You just are zoning out and just off in la la land. I am completely guilty of that. I think the most I work with somebody. The most ridiculous thing that I've experienced lately is a coworker of mine has ADHD and I was talking to her and in the middle of me talking to her, she literally just like, and walked off. Oh, I was like, am I either that boring or that's her ADHD? So like when two ADHDers get together, it's like you give each other the most grace, but it's still just like, oh wow, do I do that to people? Moving on, whenever it is your turn to talk, this just makes me feel so uncomfortable. Missing pieces of information of your own story or forgetting the point, getting lost in your own story, like just tangenting off and just rambling on. And then it gets to the point where like you've hit a dead end. And you're like, wait, what was I talking about? What was my point? Oh yeah, I don't know why I got there. It's reminiscent of whenever you're driving and you're pretty much almost home and you don't remember driving at all in the first place. It's like, where was I mentally? Another thing that us ADHDers do is that we appear to ignore others. We're not meaning to do it on purpose. It's just part of the package deal. So this is another one that I've really worked hard on and I think I've gotten better at. It kind of reminds me of the philosophy of be slow to speak, quick to listen, seek first to understand, then to be understood. But ADHD causes you to do the exact opposite. You basically have a difficult time navigating when it's your turn to talk. And you have a tendency to kind of like interrupt people way too soon because you get really excited and your inability to like withhold your excitement is like bursting at the seams and you just want to say your point. And then it's just really obvious that you're not paying attention to them because you just so want to say your point because you're afraid you're going to forget it because your ADHD is just
consuming you at all times, and it's just so hard to have a conversation if somebody doesn't know that you have ADHD.
You kind of just scare people off because you can't have a conversation in a normal way. It is something that if you have ADHD, definitely something we can work on. Another thing us ADHDers do is that we fail to use proper manners. I think I have really good manners. I think my mother raised me right. Shout out to my mom. Just lack of impulse control, doing things without considering, you know, how it might offend somebody else. I know we're all triggered really easily. Some things just might not be good to do in public and it might just rub people the wrong way and send them a packin'. Which leads perfectly into another lovely thing that we do, which is missed social cues. And that is something that this girl did recently. I was in a group of people that I knew decently well and I there was somebody new came into the social environment, and I was like, prime example for me to be socially awkward. He proceeds to meet a couple people that he didn't know either. Everybody's introducing themselves, and he reaches his hands out and he's like, "Hi, I'm John." And I was like, "Hi, John," and just shook his hand. And then I was like, "Oh, right, my name." You're supposed to give your name back. "Hi, my name is." "Hi, my name is." "What?" "My name is." "My name is Chicka Chicka Chicka. Chicka chicka boom." Okay, wow. The next kind of concepts kind of go hand in hand. One might be just more of a vibe that you put off, but that you have a disorganized lifestyle. Like while you're talking to somebody, "Oh, let me get my keys, I can't find my keys," or "I can't find my phone." It's just obvious that you have a disorganized lifestyle, which goes into the concept of a lot of times when you have ADHD, you have an inability to withhold sharing information that is inappropriate. Basically, you have a hard time just not sharing too much too soon or sharing too much information. You might not know this person well. Sometimes I say things and I walk away, it's like, gosh, why did I say that? They did not need to know that information about me. But at the same time, because I know I have ADHD, I give myself grace and I'm like, well, if they want to get to know me, they can continue to do so. If not, I'm not going to stress it because I love me, myself, and I. From now on, I'm going to be my own best friend. The last couple concepts of what us ADHDers do while we're being, socially skillful is we have a tendency to become kind of overwhelmed, flooded, or just shut down. And I do this in certain situations where I don't understand someone's intention. If they're talking about things that are just kind of over my head and I feel overwhelmed and I'm like, I don't even know if I know what we're talking about anymore because I probably zoned out. Then I'm overwhelmed that I've zoned out. Just different reasons that for whatever reason you feel overwhelmed. Very often it'll lead into shutting down the conversation abruptly. Just kind of being done, just letting it end in a way that might not be socially skillful to the other person. So those are just some of the few ways in which us lovelies that have the ADHD interact with other people. Social skills are something that anybody can work on and everybody should work on. And just because you have ADHD does not mean in any way, shape, or form you are off the hook for the way you interact with other people. Because I know myself, I don't like cutting people off. I don't like making people feel rejected or not heard because I don't like feeling that way. Now with proper treatment, with education, with taking action on the things that you learn about your ADHD and how you interact, you'll be more mindful of what it is that you do. So when certain situations arise, you could kind of let yourself husa and breathe through certain moments and let somebody else talk, take a beat, interact with people in a more effective way that improves the situation overall. Having ADHD and struggling with some of these social skills is not fun. I mean, who would think that was fun? But at the same time, bringing awareness to what you struggle with and working on what you struggle with gives you the opportunity to accept responsibility for who you are, and it empowers you to help yourself grow. With that said, I do feel in my heart and have hope that with awareness that there is a way to end that cycle of interaction that continues to repeat itself on a loop for you in your life, the circle of life, and it moves us all through despair and hope till we find our way on the path unwinding. It's the circle of life. If you are aware of something and you change your habits, then you change your life. And that will end that kind of crazy making cycle with intentionality. If you're intentional about creating change for yourself, I believe, I just do. I just have these believies in me that you can make things better for yourself and for those around you. So I'm getting serious here. I'm getting deep. I'm getting emoji on you guys. Now, thank you so much for watching my video. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Did this video help you? If it did, let me know by giving it one big thumbs up. Again, don't forget to subscribe. And I do want to let you know that you are all in my prayers, and I hope that you have a good rest of your week. I will see you next time. Bye. Bye-bye.